Welcome to deep.dog's Fast Stories of Change. I'm your host, Jenny Dahl, and in this episode, Stuart from the Wine Foundry will talk about harvesting early in the morning and why we sort grapes. He'll also do some crazy math for us. Without further ado, let's dig in. Hi, Stu.
Hi, Jenny Dahl.
Can you tell me, Stu, why pick the grapes in the wee hours?
Well, there's a couple of reasons why you pick the grapes early in the morning. First, grapevines are kind of like people. They go through a dormant phase at nighttime. They kind of shut down, and the enzymatic profile, or just kind of the metabolism of the grapevine changes. By picking early in the morning before the grapes have woken up, we are going to maintain a certain amount of acidity levels, and also there's less of a chance that the grapes will start fermenting right away. There's yeast all over the air and all over the grapes, and once it's picked, it wants to start fermenting. So by doing it when it's really early in the morning, cold temperatures, it's more difficult for yeast to thrive under those conditions.
Why do we sort the grapes?
So when you're sorting the grapes to get a particular profile from a particular site, so just like when you go to the store, you taste different apples. Apples have different flavors. Grapes also have different flavors. Some of that is because of the grape varietal, Chardonnay or Cabernet Sauvignon, but it also has to do with where those grapes are grown and how those grapes are grown. And when we're tasting the berries, in our mind, we have an idea of what the flavors and aromas should come out of this site. And so we're going to farm the grapes appropriately to get those aromas and flavors. And then once we have the grapes here at the winery, we're going to sort them so that only those grapes that we want to get in there to help us achieve that goal will make it through and be entered into the fermentation.
So Stu, how many tons of fruit will the Wine Foundry process? And can you do a little math for me? How many barrels will that equate to?
Sure, so we're going to probably do somewhere around 300 plus tons of grapes. Now each ton creates, about 2.3 barrels of wine. So let's just say somewhere around 700 barrels. Now in a barrel, we're roughly looking at 25 cases of wine. Each case contains 12 bottles.
Stu, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Jenny Dahl. It's been a pleasure.
And thank you all for checking out this episode of Fast Stories of Change. In the next episode, Stuart from the Wine Foundry will be back to take us deeper into the fascinating world of fermentation. Hit the subscribe button so you don't miss it or any of the other upcoming episodes of Fast Stories of Change. I'm your host, Jenny Dahl. Bye for now.